Wachowiak, Ben Kraft, Mason Manzavrakos. Guys, thanks for coming on to the show tonight. I know you guys are playing U16 London Junior Knights. This is your draft year, big year coming up. We've kind of been going through a list of guys that we know are gonna, be drafted or in, some type of situation where you're in an all-star game. You guys both got nominated for that, so congrats on that.
Thank you.
I know in the past, talking to Danny Sevret, they were trying to spread a lot of the talent out for those all-star games, and they were trying to have two guys from here, two guys from another team, and there was some calls made from some of the coaches to kind of go, hey, look, you got to pick the best players for the all-star game. It doesn't matter if there's 10 of them on one team. Last year, Mace,
we had 7 guys.
7 guys, right?
Seven guys.
What age group was that? The
U16. 07. Yeah, 2007.
So I think this year we've got about 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I believe there's.
I think 5.
Dean,
6. No, 6.
Fassard, right? Eric Fassard.
Yeah.
Ben Kraft, Luke Wachowiak.
Yep.
It took me a long time to get that one down.
Yeah.
We thought it was Wachowiak at first. We thought it was Wachowiak.
Just like our last name.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
Look, everybody knows our last name too, right? So Diener, you two guys.
Hixie.
Eric Fassard. Yeah. Hixie. And is that it?
Coomer.
And Coomer.
Coomer, yeah.
Coomer on the show one of these days here too. So, 2 different positions. Really unique guys the way they play hockey. Luke is an offensive defenseman. Crafty played AA when most of your years.
Yeah, most of my.
And then last year AAA.
Last year was my first year AAA, and then.
And then this year.
This year.
And we just kind of had spend a summer with us to kind of see what kind of guys you are, and your work ethic is at 100% all the time.
Off the charts,
Come in prepared, always early, warm up, execute. Ask me if they could stay longer for the next session, which we're always good with our guys. But I want to start kind of like with Kraft first, because I think that's an amazing thing to do is to go from AA to AAA. And Luke, I don't know if you ever did that too. Or
yeah,
not.
I played AA like my whole life.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so we got
they played together.
We played together and
played together back
a couple
in
years.
Yeah.
We went to OHFs together.
So when did you come up to play?
Last year, I played AAA.
Really? So
like I played.
On those guys,
I played in Elgin last year.
Yes.
So it's like
Elgin.
with Vaughn and stuff.
So but you're a London resident.
Yeah,
right?
I'm from London.
So
Yeah.
Did you need an F1?
Yeah, I got cut from London last year.
Look how that stuff happens, though, eh?
Now he's back.
But
Now he's back.
New coaching staff. He's back.
No, but you know what? Like every coach has their own way that they think of things.
Mm-hmm.
No, at the time you probably just weren't ready.
No, I wasn't ready at all.
And that's
I think,
what it is.
I think Johnny Warren and Mark Anderson were a big part of it. Like Mark kind of gave me the start I got. And
so Mark was coaching too?
No, Mark, like I've been friends with Cole since I was really young, and Mark kind of helped me get on Elgin, and then Johnny.
He was a good player.
He obviously believed in what you were doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that you made it yourself, but I think sometimes you do need that. Like even at the NHL level, I had a guy Josh Curry who played for the PEI Rocket, and he wasn't drafted. He was the CHL Player of the Year. He had a tryout with
East Coast.
Yeah, he was
in
the East Coast League. Then he went to the American Hockey League. He proved himself at every level. Then he made the Pittsburgh Penguins and Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah.
And then
Pittsburgh.
Got hurt. Remember, it was like a few years ago. His knee, and then he got slid in, and it was Gene Chirello was the GM over there, and he started playing really good, and then Chirello got fired, and he, that was it for Josh.
Yeah.
And basically, what happened there was he said, you need someone to believe in you, and everybody has a different belief. So I may be different than Mason, you may be different than Crafty. You guys know how that rolls. So, but I think eventually you become good enough that it doesn't matter. It's like they have to take you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's some of the things that we try to tell guys, like for training. Some guys kind of just go through the motions and want to be a good player. And I'm not gonna lie, there's some guys that can do that, but not very many anymore because the game's so freaking fast. And then there's like, hey, you know what? If you want to be a pro or you want to play at the next level, you got to put all your effort into every workout. And like it just translates to the ice all the time, I think, right, Mace? Like
you got to have a routine that like you got to be training. You got to whatever it is, your routine. Like it's got to be the right way
like
to.
A regimen.
And hockey players need it. It's like I feel like it's like a lifestyle thing. Like you're just used to always being in a routine, which is helping you proceed to being successful on the ice, right?
And you gotta, you gotta like. It's funny. We make a joke about it, but we have to kick these guys out of the gym.
Yeah, well,
Get out of here, right? You've been here for an hour.
You guys want to be the top, so that's good.
Yesterday, you had a session. I was like, I knew you were set up to come in today with your team, but I know Froggy and Kaprowski they're animals. Those guys. Too.
Yeah.
I called your dad. I was like, hey, does he want to go with them? He's like, you had an on-ice session yesterday?
Yeah, in the morning before school.
You got the snot kicked out of you there, I heard.
Like he bags me. It's so fun.
And that was what, Steve McKeegan?
Steve, yeah.
So does Kraft, does Steve do a lot of work with guys in the in-season around here?
I go to Strathroy to work with him, so it's pretty close, but he does like privates with me all the time. So
is he from Strathroy? Is that where he lives?
Yeah, Strathroy. So he has a house in like near Lakeshore, like Grand Bend, but then he just like goes to Strathroy to do all of his like work and training.
Yeah, Steve's a big name goaltending coach, and I know that he's been around for years. I think he had just like a short stint in the NHL, but he's worked with NHL teams. He's worked with the Leafs. I'm not too sure who else he's worked with, but quite a few guys, a lot of guys. And he runs a really big goaltending program every summer, which I know you work at. And so, going back to that work ethic thing, I remember, you would work all day. You were there instructing?
Yeah, from 7 in the morning, and then it ended at like 3:30ish.
3, so would you go home and have a little rest and then come back to the gym with us? Or?
Yeah, sometimes. I would just like eat some food and maybe take like a little break, like 30-minute, just
Kraft doesn't need
chill out.
Energizer bunny.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And then, so you were working with him when you were playing AA hockey too? Or?
Yeah. So my U14 year, he came to me and like wanted to work with me, so I started like training with him, and then I made AAA the next year, and then I've just been working with him ever since.
So he's good. I mean, obviously you believe in him. I know there's a lot of goalie coaches around, but I think like his resume speaks for himself. He's good. He makes a lot of dough.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know. I heard, like when I was younger, just starting out in the business, I remember him having a house out in the country somewhere. He'd have people staying there. Like goalies would come from all over the world. And he'd run the stuff, off ice and dry land and all that in his backyard. Yeah. Does he still do that or no?
No, not anymore. But he like.
Things have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've changed a lot. Like basically, I think back then, it was like early '90s. Guys were not training that much like they are today.
Oh no.
Right. So things have changed a lot in that aspect. So, and then Luke is a defenseman. And Luke, you always played D growing up?
Yeah, I played D ever since
I was. Sometimes they put you up front.
Yeah, I get thrown up on forward a couple times. Yeah, I played a couple games last year.
Who do you try to model your game after? Like, I don't never like to say, I know you model your game after yourself.
Yeah.
Like, who would you model your game after?
Kind of Ty Nelson on North Bay and Drew Doughty. Like, I like to watch Doughty. Yeah, like more of his defensive way, and then Makara, like obviously his offensive skill and his edge work's pretty elite.
You watch those guys?
Yeah, I like to watch them. Those are my big three I like to watch.
Yeah, Doughty's funny to watch on some of those videos.
Yeah, it's
There's one specific one that's out there, and I'm sure everybody knows what it is, where some guys like chirping him or hits him, and I'm not going to say what he says on there. It makes me laugh every single time. Because I know he's not a big guy. He doesn't fight.
No.
But for him to say that when a vet of that caliber says that, the other guy must just go, oh.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
He'll put you in your place pretty good. He's good at chirping.
Yeah.
But, and so you like to play the offensive role, but I know you also play the defensive role.
Yeah, defense always comes first. I like to move the puck as well, like puck moving D. Yeah. But obviously defense comes first.
And Danny Sabrat, who played in the NHL, who's the head coach with Mason over there in London. I mean, great attribute to have. He's really
for sure
smart in terms of how he sees the game. He's an intelligent guy. I know that based on just being his friend. And I used to train him when he was younger. And Danny was like an amazing hockey player.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah, really good. Like I think he was Canadian Hockey League Player of the Year too.
Oh yeah.
Right. So he's been up there, and so I know when he talks to teams and talks to scouts, his word carries a lot of weight. He's a quiet coach.
You got to get him talking.
Yeah, you do.
Talk a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Mace got him talking a little bit when you guys go to the restaurants. And the
Yeah.
trips, right?
He's opened up.
So far this season, like, how do you guys feel? Like, the team's doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are tied amongst Elgin and
Windsor
for first place.
Yeah.
What do you see now that things are heating up? Marley's tournament is big. What do we got to do to turn it up a little bit here for the Junior Knights to make it to the later rounds in the playoff rounds?
I think we just kind of got to put all of our egos to the side and just play a team game. Play a team game. I think we're good as a group if we just play together and as one.
Yeah, you guys have come a long way, actually, because I know I was talking to Dylan Durno's dad, and this guy's like Mr. Statistic.
Yeah.
I was blown away. I was like, holy smokes, he knows every player, everything that's going on, and he was like, I think you guys are up about a goal and a half a game compared to last year, which is
a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Right? But I think we got to kind of capitalize a little bit more on the bigger tournaments. Obviously, there's good teams out there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So where are you guys? Have they seen the rankings? Have you guys moved up or stayed the same?
We're stagnant.
Yeah.
We're staying.
Like what? Like 14?
20? No,
okay,
like 20th around 22nd, between 22nd and 18.
Right.
Out in Ontario.
Yeah. So is this loop hard this year?
Yeah.
Your age bracket.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of depth in it, especially once you get to the top 15, top 10 teams.
There's a lot of depth.
Once you get to the quarterfinals of the tournaments or like semis, then they're like top teams.
Oh yeah, the skill levels.
It can get to be a bit frustrating because I know they are open borders up there.
Yeah, they can.
We're not. So I know Mason was when he played in the GTHL. It would be like October, November, and they'd already be calling and saying, "Hey, we need to talk to you about." They're not supposed to.
Yeah.
But they're already talking about, "Hey, we want you to come over here, and this is what we would do for you."
It's not really right, but
no, it's not. So we had one guy on the team, who, like, a lot of times the teams can get purchased by another guy for the season. So you can go, okay, I'm going to give you X amount of dollars in the GTHL, take the team and you run it, and then you go and pick your players. And, the one guy, I won't mention any names and stuff like that, but he was a very wealthy guy, and he had his son was on the team, and he wanted these 10 players to be around his son and, give him a better chance to get drafted and stuff. And wow, it was like he went and got 10 players, and all 10 of those players were taken care of in terms of their schooling and their play, the money that cost to play. Because over there it costs like $10,000 to play.
Oh yeah.
And it might be more now. I don't even know. It might be 12 or 15. Yeah. If you do the math right now times 10,
that's a lot.
That's a lot. I didn't even mention the school portion at $40,000 a guy.
Wow.
That's a lot of money, right? So we don't have that luxury. The Alliance always has to battle and kind of like claw their way in. Mm-hmm. And, I remember even last year, and, I might get a little flack for kind of exposing this a little bit, but, you guys played the Junior Canadians in the first round of the playoffs, but I believe you guys were supposed to play somebody else. It was supposed to be like Vaughan Kings. So remember that scenario? You got into the playoff bracket and it was supposed to be Vaughan versus London.
They switched and
at the last minute they switched.
They switched the team we were playing.
Yeah. Almost. It's almost like.
It is set up for the G to win.
That's what it seems
pretty
like.
much. Yeah.
We've only had one team win.
Ever the Alliance.
Guess who it is?
London. That's my guess.
Like how long ago was it?
Like long time ago, 1968.
What? Okay.
He's like, I don't even know what teams were in there at 1968.
It's not London. It's okay.
Was Elgin a team then? Probably not.
No, probably not.
I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Chatham, maybe? Sarnia.
Sarnia Sting, the Junior Sting, were the 1968 OHL Cup champions. So other than that, I think the next closest team was that 01 team maybe got close.
Yeah.
That we had like Suzuki on, those guys to play. And I don't know if anybody else, like, I know Konechny and Horvat and those guys had a good team.
They had a good
I don't
team.
know how far they went.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not sure.
But yeah, I want to gonna go back to Crafty a little bit here, Crafty. So we're gonna kind of talk a little bit about the changes in the goalie structure in the net, the technical stuff. years ago, you'd see a lot of those goalies like Dominic Hasek and that doing some pretty weird things.
Flopping around the crease.
I know your dad's buddies with Marty Turco.
Yeah, he used to play hockey. Yeah,
him, right?
Back with him a while bit.
And do you know him too? Have you met him?
I haven't met him, but I think I will in the future.
You will, you will meet him for sure, especially like if he's close to your dad that way. But
yeah,
what has changed since I'm gonna go like major Pee Wee to now? What have been the big changes as a goaltender that you've noticed that have helped you become better since then?
I think now goalies are more like technically sound, like skating. Like you have to be more like in position for every shot, as in like back they were more like scrambling in a way. Like they were more split saves and more like diving for the puck. But now you're like try to get in position. You got to try to beat the pass. You got to try to be like square right in front of the puck before it gets even on the player's stick.
Right,
so you got to be ready.
But has anything changed like in terms of the movements? Like Butterfly came in. I'm not sure when it came in. I think it was like probably maybe early mid 2000s.
No, 90s.
Maybe 90s.
Like Brodeur probably would have brought that in a little bit there.
Yeah, there hasn't been many new
changes
that way. Like
so they still use.
They just kind of just make
Techniques.
it more advanced in a way.
They just like fine tune the technique.
Yeah, they just like make it more like it would work easier.
Yeah. Make it easier for you to do.
Yeah.
Like any changes going post to post from let's say now and 3 or 4 years ago.
3, 4. Not really like necessarily. It's just like there's ways that you can do it in like faster in ways. Like if you do your skate on the post, you can go back and forth a lot easier than your boot break, which is harder to get your a push off.
Right. And I know it pisses everybody off is bumping the net off the friggin'. It's like, how many times can you actually do that before? Like
3.
I watch games, I'm going, this is ridiculous.
Supposed to be 3.
Yeah.
Supposed to be 3.
In London though, like
the pegs.
At our rink, our pegs are
they're brutal.
So they don't come out.
Yeah, but
they come out easily.
So it's just bad. Period.
Like if you look at it, it's so dull. Like the bottom of it, it's just they just slide off.
Wow. So like sharpening skates as a goaltender, any different than a player?
Yeah, it's like flat on the bottom, and like the toe is really sharp.
Yeah, I see they have the little picks on the top.
Yeah,
right?
because I usually when I like skate, I use my toe to get like to dig into the ice for like a T-push or something, just to get a better grip and get like a stronger push off.
So when you engage and you get that toe into the ice, where do you feel the most pressure in your legs? Like where do you find it?
My calves.
In your calves.
Definitely, because I'm on my toes.
So important to have strong calves.
Yeah.
Powerful calves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're moving in a game, like you're playing a game with a lot of shots, let's say it's a game you've got 45, 50 shots on you. What's it feel like? Like, are you getting gassed? Like, is that a lot of work? Is it tiring?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, especially if they're like in close and stuff, because you got to do like up and down a lot, and it'll work the hips, and you're just like getting up and down is really tiring. Like if it's like in a fast amount of times,
up and down all the time, right? And you ever get points where you're like, and I'm sure it happens to guys because injuries come here and there, where you're like, holy smokes! Like we talked to Froggett last week, just in the gym doing a session. He's like, he did splits the other day, and he said he felt like he pulled his quad muscle. It was his first game, Wachowiak. He told us. He goes, I felt like I pulled my quad muscle, and I was like, holy smokes! And then it kind of settled after a bit. Does that ever happen?
Yeah, sometimes. Like if you're not on the ice like in a while and you go back on stretching, like I stretch at home, of course, but like it's not the same as like when you're on the ice because you're doing like repetitive stretch movements. But like you can feel like you feel stiff. Like
100%,
yeah.
100%. And you go through. Like I notice you when you come to the gym, you're there usually about 30 minutes early.
Mm-hmm.
Do you got a routine that you go through to kind of just make yourself prepared for the workout? Is it the same one that you use for the game, or is it different?
My game one's more like I have a longer one for my game. Like I do more dynamic stretches for before games, but in before the gym, I usually just like to roll out. I like to stretch my hips and like my quads, hamstrings, everything, just to get my body mobile, and then I like to go on the bike to get like flush up my legs, get them ready.
Get your body ready to go, right? And Luke, what about you? What do you use? Like, I know you come in early too. Like, what's your little pre-game and pre-workout routine? Are they similar or not?
Yeah. No, not really. I kind of for games I like to do a lot more running, kind of, and
you do, right?
Yeah, I like to run.
Like the Euro guys.
Yeah,
Euros like that.
if I don't run like a little or like do like a more like running stuff, I feel
like
I feel
5-minute run, a 10-minute run.
like kind of just like more like A skips, high knees, like a lot more of that, and then if I don't do it, I just feel like I'm tired for like the first period, and then like by the second I'm in like a groove. Yeah.
So what do you think? Like, I know a lot of guys that sometimes they have a tough time getting started in the first period, they pick it up in the second, the third. From your experience, what do you do to be on the money from when the puck drops? Because obviously everybody wants to play 20-minute periods, 15 or 20 minutes.
15, 20.
Yeah.
Right from the hop. Is there anything you notice that helps you do that?
Kind of like staying engaged, drinking lots of water like the night before, and like having good sleeps, being prepared days before the game. I think
you go to bed pretty good.
Yeah, I try and get 8 hours of sleep. It's hard on school nights, but you gotta sacrifice.
No, it is. It's hard, and I know that since social media has come in, it's I said to the guys, I'm like probably the oldest guy that does Snapchat in the city. I'm about probably 200 players in this freaking catalog, and I'm hearing this thing going off all the time, even when I'm sleeping, and I'm going. I think that's the key. If you're not mentally focused, it's going to burn you the next day.
Yeah.
Same Kraft, you go to bed at a good time.
Yeah, I like to have a good meal before, like the day before, and get to bed in good time, just to make sure I'm ready.
Night before a meal, what would it be?
Like right before I go to bed would probably be like, the morning I would have like some eggs, like omelet or something. Lunch would be just whatever my mom would make, something
Be something healthy, right?
Yeah, and then dinner I would like to have like chicken rice, maybe broccoli, something like that, and just keep it healthy.
Yeah, Kraft is pretty ripped there.
And the seven multivitamins your dad sets out.
Like, what's his name that owns Tesla there?
Elon Musk.
You're one of Elon Musk's projects.
Yeah. Yeah.
Luke, same with you. What do you do? Like pre night before game?
Usually just pasta and chicken with my pasta. Yeah, and then on games I don't eat much. Like on game days, just like eggs in the morning and sandwich at lunch, and like a little bit of chicken and rice before, and that's about it.
And like during a tournament, like if you're playing like 2 games and
I feel like during tournaments it's more you have to still eat as much just because your body's gonna be exhausted, burning.
Your glycogen levels drop, and you want to try to get them to regenerate a little bit again, right? So if you had a game at 10 in the morning and you had a game at let's say 4 in the afternoon, give me a breakdown of what you would do from breakfast right to the first game and right to the second game, because you said you don't like eating a lot before a game.
No, I probably just have like on like eggs maybe, because we bring like thing to cook, so we can cook some eggs and toast. No, we bring real eggs and some toast, like nothing really much, and then after try and get as much protein in right away and a little bit of meat, and then
good.
And then before, just like a couple hours before, try and like stay away from that stuff and just eat like vegetables and stuff like lighter, just like snack, because I can get hungry. And then sometimes before I go on the ice, I'll have like a little snack of like something like the Welch's, like Guido. Guido always brings in those. So
I haven't heard of that one for years.
Yeah,
which is great.
We like all of them, like
just the fruit, like they're like gummy ones.
The gummies, and we all snack on them. So yeah.
You know what's funny is that the Russians, they eat cake and that and have tea before the game, which is unethical. Yeah,
wow.
You would go like if you saw, you wouldn't see that in NHL changer. You're gonna see vegetables. You're gonna see, some of those bars that you guys have, like for training and to have some protein, some carbs, but you'd never see that. But I remember taking and I think I mentioned this in one of the other podcasts. I'm like, what is going on here? So I didn't know. I was like, this is not happening to you guys. I took it away, and the guys the next day I come in, there's nothing on the table, but they were going into the trainer's room, eating it quietly, secretly, right? Because it's a superstition thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And hockey players are superstitious.
Fair, yeah.
Right? And what would be your superstition, Luke, like for a hockey player that you don't want to change so that you can keep producing?
I'm not really superstitious at all. I like to eat the same stuff before I go to the games and stuff. Like the same, for the most part. Like sometimes it's a little different, but usually the same. Like I'm not very superstitious.
But like it's not like by the hour.
No, it's not by the hour.
Like
No.
Perry, he was like that, right? And what about you, Kraft?
I like not super bad, but probably a little more than Luke. I like on my game days, if we're home, I'll go to like the gym like for like a little bit and just go on the bike, just get my legs going, and then I'll try to get to the rink 2 hours before every game, and then walk around. On game days, I like having the pink BioSteel. It keeps me.
That's your thing.
And then
Maybe might be some of the last BioSteel you have.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Because it's actually a good product.
It is.
Oh yeah.
I don't know exactly what's happening with those guys, but hopefully those guys are great people, great athletes, and hopefully they get that stuff going. But where do you buy it from? Like Source for Sports?
Yeah, and like all gas stations have them and everything. And then when we went to Whitby, there's a gas station there, and they had a couple left, so we picked some up.
Yeah, so there's no shortage of it right now. It's still going.
They're like, I think they're starting a shortage out soon, like, because I haven't seen much in London anymore.
Yeah, no, that's strange. I mean, such a great product. Honestly, because I know Bauer went bankrupt. They bounced
It's
back.
prime time now.
Oh,
Prime.
Logan Paul Prime.
Yeah,
You guys sponsor this show here.
You guys tried that too, Prime?
I've personally never tried it, but I know a lot of people.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I like
good.
it, yeah.
It's sweet. It's pretty sweet, but there's like no sugar. in
Yeah,
it.
there's nothing in it.
Yeah, it's
He had who was it?
It's got electrolytes and stuff like that.
He had Mark Cuban on Logan's Logan.
Kevin O'Leary. It's Kevin O'Leary.
Oh, Kevin
Yeah.
O'Leary, yeah.
He liked it. Yeah, he liked it.
Well, he didn't buy into it. So, but so moving forward now, we're past. Are we at the midpoint of the season?
It's midpoint.
yeah,
now,
midpoint.
yeah.
Yeah,
About midpoint, yeah.
around
So
there.
right now there's a 3-way tie for first place. Are the records all kind of similar right now?
I think they're identical.
Pretty close.
Or
Are
yeah,
they?
might be
Or
pretty
like
close,
a couple
yeah.
It's
lost,
gonna
yeah.
be a dogfight.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And so second half, what do we got left? Like 15 games?
Yeah, 15,
Roughly,
16,
yeah.
yeah.
We got Marley, about 16 games left, and then OHL Cup.
Yeah. Look, who have you used? Kind of growing up, like your skills guy. Who do you use? What do you do in the summertime?
It's kind of been like different. Like I haven't really had anything serious. Like I wasn't really a skilled player, and I played baseball in the summer. Like I didn't
So
do.
it just kind of came to you now.
Yeah, it just kind of came, and then last summer I was with you and Danny, like Danny Surratt, and that I thought helped a lot.
You
Just
taught a lot of
yeah,
things,
the gym helped a lot for
For
sure.
sure, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Like the gym, I think takes care of that. Getting tired. Physically battling with guys, and then I know the skills thing. Like I mentioned earlier, was I took Mason to all the guys to teach him, to give him the opportunity to have the best, hands or shot, and he did have great hands, great shots, stuff like that. But he stayed on top of it. He practiced it every day.
Yeah,
Is that
exactly.
something you get?
Yeah,
Basement
yeah,
you work
basement
on?
always shooting
So you
pucks,
do it,
stick handling. Yeah, that's
breaking windows?
yeah, yeah.
Is it a mess down there or what?
It's a mess. Yeah,
So you do
like,
it every day.
yeah, for the most part, most days, unless I have like a lot like hockey, then I
Yeah,
just
then
kind
you
of then I
don't
rest.
get
Like
too tired,
like I know I'm trying to learn my body and know when's enough and
Yeah.
not overdo it.
There was a point I was doing like 500 pucks a night, like just 500 every single night. Wow. Weighted pucks, and it was
Yeah.
And sometimes it gets to be a lot, but
It
you know
does,
what?
yeah.
I mean, I watch Ovechkin still does it after practice, but they have the luxury, they can stay.
It's just hockey is muscle memory as well. So like the more you shoot a puck, the more it's gonna go in the net that way. Like the more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it, and then it's easier to make it happen in the game. So I mean,
the goalies have gotten bigger.
Yeah.
They're faster. I mean, it's hard to end.
goalie's muscle memory.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
Like
do you do anything crafty like
Well, I shoot pucks as well, like
in the basement?
he's got a couple points
in my
this year.
garage.
Yeah, you got a couple points and shit.
Yeah, Frosty kind of helped me with that
Yeah,
one.
he
He
kinda-
kind of just went coast to coast on
Yeah.
that one, but
Oh, yeah, he's a beauty like that. He's a good player too. We'll
Oh,
get him
yeah.
on here for sure. But so you work on your shot and then just some mental things like.
yeah, like hand-eye, like
Yeah.
with like in my basement, I'll just do like I'll grab some balls and like juggle or like throw it like just against the wall and stuff.
I wish we had more time sometimes to do those things with you guys, but I know you have a limited amount of time with me. But we still try to work on a lot of explosive stuff that are
Oh yeah,
as goalie specific as possible, kind of the meat and potatoes. But it's amazing because I know, everybody's got their own way that they do training. They go to trainers. A lot of different guys go to different places. But you spend a little bit more time. You come a couple times to us during the season.
yeah,
Do you go to the gym another couple days a week on your own?
yeah. I try to keep it a balance. I go to you guys, and then on my own, I just do personal stuff, and then I take some workouts that you guys.
And just do them yourself on your own.
Some things that you've taught me, I like to use it in the gym on my own. So
And if
it's
you
nice.
don't do it, do you feel like you've lost something? Like, is it? Because I always ask guys that, what's too much, what's not enough. Like,
you feel the change. Like if you were to say go to the gym 4 days a week and while you're playing, and go to the gym 2 days a week while you're playing. If you cut some out, would you notice a difference on the ice?
Not necessarily. I would just feel personally like
He's never done it.
I just feel like if I do that, like more like unproductive, like not going as much.
Yeah.
But in general, like I like to stay consistent with the amount of days. Like,
well, no, it's what makes you tick, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think just knowing you now, it's like that's what makes you tick. And I think Luke,
these are good Skittles.
And Luke, I'd say the same, right? Like, I mean, do you do some stuff on your own at home?
Yeah, I try to. I think when I miss like a workout, I feel like I'm about getting behind.
Yeah.
Like I do, and like if I don't put my full effort, and I like think about like why I didn't do like I should have. Like
we're all the same. We all think the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think everybody's got a different. I mean, and I know guys that some of them do it like 2 times a week, and that's it. And they
That's enough for some people.
And I know some guys get up early to go to the rink and shoot with a coach on the odd time and that, but I think sometimes you go, holy smokes, I got a whole day of school ahead of me. Yeah. Like you guys are there from what, 9 or 8?
8 to
2.
You start
up
for
at
me.
what
8.
time?
6:45, 7. Like
Long day.
Yeah. Up early.
Yeah, and then some nights. Yeah.
But it's the way it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you get up, you go to school, you're finished at
2.
I'm done at 2:05. Yeah.
Yeah, 2:05.
And then what happens? You go home?
Go home. Depends.
Have a snooze at all ever? Or what?
Just on game days. Like when I play on the weekdays, I usually take a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two Catholic school uniform boys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And an ex-Catholic school uniform.
MTS. So it's just
The khakis and the polo shirts.
So you guys have to
It's
wear
alright.
uniform too?
Oh yeah. It's like
the
we've
worst
got
part,
different
worst
colors.
part.
Like we got like white one and a green one, and then there's like some vests you can buy too.
Yeah.
So
It's the worst part of going to a Catholic high school.
Well, I think they do it at the prep schools and stuff like that.
Nobody likes it.
No.
No one likes it.
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is, but no one likes it.
I know you would. You did it at.
Yeah, I used to get in trouble all the time. I used to wear like non-uniform to school, and I'd have to go to the office. Yeah.
What school did you? What was it again?
RMC.
RMC.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 Catholic schools for you guys. Why did you go there anyway? Why didn't you go to Lorraine though?
I just knew friends that like
School.
went in.
Yeah.
So you guys doing good in school? Like you guys keep your options open? Obviously,
yeah,
I would think you guys want to go to the OHL. But I would think you guys have good grades, and just based off of me talking to you, like you guys that have an option in your head that if it doesn't work out with the OHL, that you would go that route.
Yeah, like school's kind of like important to me. It's like I focus on it too. I'm open options, like for sure. Like NCAA has good options. Like if you're not not fully developed, or if you're like if you're a later birthday, you can always go there just to get an extra year of development playing against older guys.
Look at the success of the guys that are coming out of those programs.
Yeah, like too. Especially like Fantilli and like these new Boston.
I used to skate with him.
Really?
Yeah, Fantilli, in Toronto.
These Boston. There's 2 Boston guys that might go. They're gonna go super high. They're from the States. They're pretty good.
Oh, there's a lot more coming from there. They've got so much. Money and so much, technology. And the Americans are hungry now. They're coming after us. I mean, I still think we're the best.
It might not ever catch up,
but they've definitely made a change. And have you been to any of the? Like I know Notre Dame has a tournament, the STX, or you guys?
Yeah. Not every team goes, but
I haven't. No, I haven't. I haven't been to a college game. I've wanted to go. I'm a Michigan fan, so
okay.
So I do want to go.
It's really weird. It's
Mike Van Ryan. He went to Michigan.
And then Ryan McAllister, Western Michigan.
Yeah.
But it's like you go and score a goal, like during games in the NHL, you got rap music playing.
Yeah.
They got some pretty. I'm not gonna lie, they got some pretty sick music and tunes when you walk into the rink. When you walk into a game at a college, it's like they got the friggin'
They got the band.
Oh yeah, the
band's
going.
going.
Yeah, the band.
Like the football game.
You score a goal.
That's sick.
I'm going. It's weird for me because I like the other way.
Yeah.
But I think
it's a different environment.
Yeah, it's for sure.
Yeah,
but
it's
then
cool
you
vibe.
watch, like I saw a video the other day of I don't know if it was like Oklahoma and another NCAA team. And there was like 100,000 people. In the
it was Penn State.
And they were playing Metallica just before
Crazy,
they came out, and the whole crowd was like jumping up and down.
120,000 people. It's like basically the size of a friggin' city.
That's
what
nice.
do you like, Crafty? What do you if you didn't become a hockey player, you know, so even if you went to the second highest level, I'm going to use that as an example. What would you want to do for work as a career? Have you figured that out yet?
Like other than hockey? I would like to like a mechanic or work with cars or something. I think it's fine. Yeah.
So you like cars?
Yeah, because like my brother's working at an auto shop right now, and like he tells me about it, and it sounds fun.
Yeah.
So
it is fun.
If it was to ever come to your mind, because like I know when I was your guys' age, I was like, no, nothing else, zero. Some people just don't think about it. They're only thinking. You're definitely just a hockey guy.
I was gonna say I wanted to be like an agent or something.
Yeah.
I also like working with wood. Like took a class. Yeah, I took a class last year and I got to build like a Muskoka chair, and I thought that was pretty fun.
It is cool.
Yeah, it's
all the different shaping.
Yeah, and
shaping like utensils, like
so
you
they
shape.
have it at CCA.
Yeah, they do.
You guys go somewhere for that?
No, it's in the school.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like that too, auto mechanic stuff, and I always said if I didn't do training, I don't know if I would have got into it because it probably costs a lot of money to set up a shop, but like customize like cars, like old ones and make them new,
muscle cars,
stuff like that.
I remember my woodworking teacher in high school had like no fingers on one hand, Mr. Kirby. he had just one finger, the thumb, and these were all nubs.
He was a true teacher.
He was a real like he lost his finger at school, like one of them.
Really?
And then the other two were like in another accent or something.
That's crazy.
So you do woodworking.
Yeah, I like hands-on work.
You've done automotive?
No, but like I've always just like thought it was like pretty cool.
Yeah, and you know, Dad played hockey in Cambridge.
Yeah.
Dad was a different type of player,
yeah, he wasn't.
You said, right?
Yeah.
You never guess at talking to Kraft. He's one of the nicest guys
in the world.
Like he's so polite. He's so you respond. He's professional and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to picture him, you know, being angry or getting, you know, knocking somebody's teeth out.
He wasn't really angry when he fought. He kind of just did it for fun. He liked doing it.
Yeah.
His coach will throw him out there just to
get out there and
make him fight. Oh yeah.
So he's a forward.
Defenseman.
Oh, he's a D-man.
Yeah.
And does he know lots about goaltending or no?
He kind of started like since I became a goalie. Like he kind of just like started picking up on it, and like he started like thinking more about it. And,
like he understands. He picks things up.
Yeah, because with my goalie coach, like he hears what he talks about, so like he picks it up as well.
He better pick it up because you know how expensive it is to friggin' play goaltending.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, what's a whole outfit from head to toe cost, Kraft?
It's got to be like $4,000 or something. $3,000, $2,000.
Over
like
that,
the whole set.
The pads alone are 2.1K. So
2 for the
helmets like I don't even know.
300.
No, it can be like up to like 800.
Up to probably
Yeah,
6.
you
Probably
customize
6.
it.
Well,
You
for me, I like it all white. I kind of keep it simple,
Yeah.
but like.
So what do you got? Like a $700 helmet?
Like 6 probably.
So
it's just a basic CCM helmet. I don't have any customization. It's just all white.
So now we're at 26.
And then chest is like 6 probably. 6 to 8.
So you notice I have to use my fingers.
32.
Pants are like 300.
35.
Skates like
1,500, 1,300.
probably like 900 almost. Because goalie skates are not as much. But when you get to the connects, like those like futuristic ones, I like the ski boots. Those are like 1,200, 1,300.
Have you tried them?
I've never tried them, but I've heard a lot of good things about them. But I might I want to like demo them, see how they work in the future, because I heard they're really good on like your ankle flex.
So who uses those? Any NHL guys use them or no?
Vasilevsky did. I think he switched, but I'm not sure. And I have a buddy who I met him like 2 summers ago. He plays for a BK Selects, and he says he really likes them.
He likes them, eh?
Yeah.
So who makes that? Is it like an
It's Bauer, but they have it's like just a different style. It's pretty cool.
I have to look at that. So what, like bends more at the ankles?
Yeah, I think Froggatt uses them as well. And they have no laces. They have no skate laces.
Really?
It's like a ski boot that you clip it on, and like your ankle it's really cool though.
Yeah, so they're getting bigger.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I know a lot of guys, and I asked Mace that question the other day of Northern Blades. So they've got these ones that rock or not.
Yeah, they rock.
And have you tried them, Luke?
No, like I work at Herms, like hockey
do guys
store.
get them?
Like we don't have them, but like there's like we have variations and like we can put them on. Like they kind of just rock the way you kind of like skate. Like so they're supposed to like be like how you skate kind of. Like.
So we have a guy, Lucas Nutters.
Nutters.
Yeah, Elgin. Yeah.
He's a good player. And he wears them. He swears by them. But you said you wouldn't like that.
I wouldn't like it, no.
No. Do many guys wear them? Like pros or no?
I don't think so.
No. I think it's something like you have to try and
see.
Like, it makes sense if you think about it. Like, as soon as I go to like lean forward to go right away, if that thing dropped down into position quicker, maybe you might be more prone to get a bit better of a push. But it might throw you off a bit too.
Yeah, it might feel weird if you
it's
feel
moving.
it.
Like,
it's a moving part, right?
if you're going onto your toes to try to like pick into the ice, and then as you take your first 3 steps, once you start like smoothing out, it's gonna have to go back down to this.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know
I
how.
don't know if I like that either. But Luke, the guy like the skates for you, what are you using now? Like using Bauer CCM?
Yeah, I use Bauer.
You like them?
Yeah, I like them. I've kind of used like Bauer Supremes my whole
You get
life.
a deal. We're gonna give a shout out to Hermsey. Those guys are amazing, man.
Yeah, like
those guys, Mason, and I'm gonna get back to the question I just asked you, but I'd say his whole career from when we got back here from PEI, he never had one bad skate charity.
Yeah.
Never had an edge loss from them doing the work. And I know like Perry sends his blades there. I think there's who else? There's some other
Horvat.
They send a bunch and you get done and send it back.
Yeah, they do that.
We're talking about skate sharpeners the NHL guys have are maybe the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So what you work there part time?
Yeah, just when I can. Yeah. Yeah, I think we get a discount. I haven't really had to buy anything new recently.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
You just got the job.
Yeah, a couple months ago in the summer. Yeah, so I haven't really had to buy anything, but I think there is a discount.
And a good bunch of boys over there.
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah,
and those boys
they're all the
Mando.
Yeah.
A beauty.
And listen, I like Source too. I know Colin Hopper, man. He's always been great to Mason. They got, I'd say obviously those 2 places are to me the best in the city. And they've always been good to us. But anytime we were stuck, or sometimes that doesn't happen all the time. You forget something, your wallet, don't worry about it. Come back, they know you. It's like a family.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, it's a family-run business, so it's kind of like that. Yeah.
But that's good that you're working a little bit, making a few extra bucks.
Yeah, just.
Kraft, you're doing anything on the side to work or
no? No, just like I'd be running the camps with Steve, and that's all I do.
Summer work, right?
So far. Yeah, I don't really do much other than that. Kind of just train and just.
You're probably putting in what 8 hours a day in the summer?
Yeah, it's like 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours on ice, and then like 3 hours off ice. So it's
a lot, eh? But you know what? It's good because it keeps you dialed in. And at one point, I was thinking I was going, "Oh, the smokes, Kraft is going to be burned out and tired," but it didn't affect him. It's like you're crazy. Like you can do that. Right?
He needs it.
Yeah, it's like you need to do it. Like you need to stay active.
Yeah.
Right.
It helps me a lot.
Like the Greek Mexican. I come home from work after 2 hours. I got sleepy.
Yeah, I
gotta get. He's the same. Way.
No, actually, I'm
well,
not.
you were like that.
I've only taken 2 naps my entire life.
No.
Yes.
You were sleeping the days of the games.
No, I would never go to sleep. He was great. I was just playing video games. I can never on a game day. I can never take a nap.
Yeah, I can't.
As soon as I go from being awake, because I'm ADHD'd right now, so I'm thinking all the time. As soon as I fall asleep, when I wake back up, I'm groggy, like super tired all the way until I get onto the ice. So I just never.
My head just feels like you just feel out of it.
Oh, I can't do it. I can't. I would swear by it. I can never.
Look, you.
I like staying busy. That's why I kind of got a job just to stay busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own way of doing that.
Yeah.
Just you feel comfortable, but I do get it. Sometimes you wake up and you're like, holy smokes, it's taking me a long time to get things going again. But I know a lot of NHL, like the majority of them, do sleep because you're playing 4 games a week. You're practicing 6 days a week. You're training in the gym 3 times a week. Like it's a big haul, and I think it's different, but. In all fairness to you guys too, you're at school all day. You got practice or gym right after.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long day for you guys too.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And homework, like you guys got a lot of homework.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the day. Usually, it's like because sometimes some like classes will just pile on top of each other.
Yeah.
What are you taking right now, Crafty?
I've got my homeroom is food, so I get a second breakfast sometimes, which is nice.
You don't have to pay for it or nothing, right?
No, and then you got math second. Then I have to go to civics and careers, and then end with religion.
You?
Yeah, I have math, history, gym, and civics and careers.
History is cool.
Religion you have to take like what?
Every year.
Every year.
Only at a Catholic school.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll have it next semester.
Yeah, I have it next.
But it's kind of like I think it's kind of easy. You just got to pay attention.
It's just a lot of like remembering.
Yeah.
Like
And
I
just
know.
a lot
I
of
remember
notes.
I could not like you go through 8 different religions. So I there's so many different like tree branches off into like so many things with each religion. I just never could remember.
And you have to do that every year?
Yeah.
One like semester.
One semester.
Yeah, every year.
So if you guys got drafted this year and you went to play, you went to school, let's say you went to go play there and you make the team, would you still go to a Catholic school, or do they kind of send you where they want to send you?
I think they send you wherever, because I know like the Knights send everyone to CCH with me, so they all have to go there. I think they have option to do online school as well.
Yeah. So nobody goes to another school?
No, I think everyone goes to CCH.
So you see them there.
Yeah.
Back in our day in high school, Laurier, that's where they used to go. We had like Shanahan and you know, Brian Dobbin, who coaches the major midgets, and they'd have their own table there. They sit at the table.
Yeah, they kind of have their own group, and
so Cowan's there.
No, Cowan graduated. He was there last year though, and Barkey and Bonk and
Julian.
He's graduated.
So Julian was at South last year, though. I thought somebody said.
Julian's not at CCH.
Was he at South?
No one said he was at CCH.
I thought he graduated.
No, but I thought you have to go to CCH. That's what he said.
He wasn't on the Knights last year.
Yeah, he was on the Nats.
He was with the Nats. Right. Wow, he made a big big splash.
He jumped up and it was crazy.
Is he good? He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's a good skater. He's fast.
Who's their top D over there in London right now?
Bonk or Dickinson.
First round of Flyers.
You know who else is good? That one of our guys is Noah Jenkins.
Yeah. I got to skate with him in Stratham this week. He's super smooth.
He's so smart. He's so patient. Like sometimes you sit and you go like he's just like.
He is like Noah Dobson. Yeah. That's like if you think of their style, that's.
And you're APing with them.
Yeah.
So you get the on practice, and I know it's tough because they have a lot of D, so it's tough to get a game.
Tuesday nights.
Yeah, I haven't. Me or Hicks, haven't played yet, but we practice every Tuesday with them.
I know you guys are,
They got a lot of older guys though.
Yeah.
So.
What about you, Kraft? You with London?
Yeah, I haven't played any games, but like I get to some practices. It's hard to get in there because they're 2 goalies right now. Like Frog is just staying there, and then Sabrin, they picked him up from Oshawa, so he's like, they've been like going to every practice. So I got called up like twice just to go to practice, but in the summer I was going a lot.
You were close at the beginning of the year because I think to play a game because there was something like they didn't have a goalie.
They didn't have a goalie, no.
Second goalie, right?
They didn't have a second goalie.
So did you actually get on the bench for a game there, like back up?
One exhibition game.
Exhibition, yeah.
That was it though.
So big difference in like when you're practicing. I know obviously there's better players up there. Is it a lot faster pace?
Yeah, I think it's quicker. It helps me like slow the game down.
Yeah.
But I think the passes and the shots, everything's just a little bit better than
a little bit quicker,
a little bit quicker and better.
Yeah, same like the shot speed.
Come back and you're like, oh, this is easy now, right? So,
like guys are actually able to like raise the puck on a backdoor full speed pass.
Yeah, like you have to get across instead of like coming across and just getting in the way. Oh.
I can still rip around out there. You guys see that one?
Yeah, we saw that.
Just a little.
But I mean, it is. I mean, he's 22, right? And what about Danny? Still got a good shot out there and stuff?
Oh yeah, I see him take some clappers before practice.
Yeah.
The movement's not there anymore.
No, it's weird, because like if you look at a picture,
the brain's there. Like his brain, like
his IQ?
He can still backhand saucer on tape, like across the ice.
But he's a big dude. He's like 230 pounds, right?
A lot bigger than he was.
Oh yeah, he was 185 pounds when he played for the Knights, and he was like you guys, like just shredded, right? Yeah. And he'd take the shirt off, and he was always, the first in the weight room, the last to leave, first on the ice, the last to leave. And, everybody trusted Danny. Like, believe it or not, I've got to have a good relationship with him now, like we're good buddies. Forget about just, him kind of, bringing me you guys to train and stuff like that. He's a good person, and, as long as you do what you're supposed to do and put effort into it, he's going to help you. Right?
Yeah.
And I think that, he had a chance to even get on the Sarnia Sting as an assistant coach about 2 or 3 weeks ago, but actually no, it was about a month ago because they fired their assistant coach. But he can't leave. He would never leave you guys hanging. He's also got 3 kids that rip around with him everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Jeez, I don't know how he does that.
Brady Bunch.
Mace's in the car, like they're
crazy.
And,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Danny deals with a lot, especially doing as much as he does for the team.
Anyway, but definitely that's something that you gotta have lots of power in your brain to handle, right? Yeah. Like I watch the kids. This is how one of them goes to sleep. Like a lot of times, those kids will rock themselves to sleep. the one of them, I can't remember what his name is.
Hudson.
He makes like a massive noise, like bah, bah, bah. Screaming and yelling,
hitting his head off.
I go, Danny, what's going on? Because he'll be calling me. I go, what's your guy doing there? He's like, he's actually putting himself to sleep. I'm like, what?
He hits his head off the seat and he falls asleep.
Oh my god, it's so funny, man. Holy smokes, man. So your dad play hockey at all, Luke?
No, my dad can't even skate.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Like, cause it's funny because you go, where do you get these genetics from, right? Because I'll give you an example. Like Mason, powerful, fast, strong. I was like that. You look at my dad, same as your dad. He only worked in a restaurant. Mm-hmm. Would he have those genetics available to him if he played? Maybe.
I think he played baseball growing up, so that he might have had the genetics.
But I mean, it's amazing, you know.
You never know. Like you, like the people that don't do those things for a living, like you never end up getting to see what they look like. Like Papu, like I don't know where our genetics come from.
No,
Papu is just a normal.
Yeah, you would never.
Ever.
But what he did have was the work ethic.
Yeah.
No other. Like he will work until. He used to work 15 hours a day in the restaurant. He owned restaurants, right? So he was like a 15-hour-a-day guy, 7 days a week. So,
wow.
You could see he had that in him,
crazy.
His own business. So he was a pro in his own thing. But your dad played. Does he still do any exercise or anything anymore?
Oh yeah, just like some workouts and goes for like walks and stuff.
Yeah.
He
ever go to the gym?
He likes walking. He likes walking.
Does he go to the gym with you or not?
No, we have like in our basement we have a little home gym, so he kind of just does that.
So you got a gym in there, you got a gym membership, you got
He's an animal.
Good for you, man. No, that's awesome.
It's good.
Buddy. So we're going to head into the Marlies tournament coming up. Big tournament. This is what I kind of think with Mason that the turning point is.
Yeah.
For guys like really starting to get looked at this point.
If you can do good from here on, you got a good chance.
Yeah. Who are you guys playing first?
I don't even know.
No, I heard something. There's like 50 teams or something like this. That's what I heard. Like
a lot.
That's what Hicksy was saying. He said there's 2 groups and they each have 25 teams in them.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams.
So you guys start on the Tuesday, the Wednesday. So Boxing Day is Tuesday.
No, we start on
Thursday.
Or
Wednesday.
Might be Wednesday.
Yeah,
I thought you guys would have this all scoped out. You two guys for sure.
We don't care who we're playing. We're just gonna go and we're gonna try to destroy them.
Oh yeah.
There's definitely gonna be a lot of talent in that.
Yeah, lots of good teams.
There can be tons of good talent.
You guys ever won a tournament playing minor hockey?
Yeah, well, I've won a lot growing up. Like I've won.
Like in the AA loop.
I've won. I think I've won Alliance almost every year. So
really?
Yeah.
You guys had a good team. Who was your coach? Was it the same guy for years? Or
I had Indrum, and his kid plays on Lambton this year, and then I had Brian Pilato. So
some names that I don't know.
No, yeah, I think he's coaching the Elgin U13 this year. So.
And did you ever get AP?
Yeah, it was AP AAA like every year.
So you were okay.
Yeah, I played AAA my first year too, and then I got cut and played double the rest, and then.
And you too? AP?
I was AP. My first year I was single A. Me and Frosty, we were on Mustangs.
Frosty was single A.
Me and Frosty were Mustangs our first year, and then we. He went AAA next year. I was AA, and then I was just APing for them until.
So you guys were right on the doorstep every year, right? And I know.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes down to that minor midget year, everybody's kind of trying to figure out. You know, you had made a shift from London. You had to go to Canucks. You had to, because you wanted to play AAA, right?
I went from single A to AAA.
Yeah. But I remember, like, sometimes they get these kids playing single A, and you're going, "What are you doing?" Like it was AA.
Well, yeah, it was AA, but they didn't have single A over there.
Mason had 176 goals, and everybody was getting mad all the time. Like I remember, I counted, grabbed his little hockey stick, put 176.
Yeah, I still got the stick.
And I was like, "What? Why would you guys not bring him up?" Going, you know, but they didn't care at that age.
No.
But the parents cared.
Oh
they
yeah,
didn't care
for
that
sure.
He wasn't passing the puck and stuff like that. He's a kid at that age you don't even know, right? So, but anyway, then the next year he made it. I think it was minor Pee Wee, right?
Major Adam,
and then minor Pee Wee came to London.
Yeah.
And Mandarelli was your coach with Diaco.
Yeah.
So you guys, high school hockey, you guys didn't have a chance to play any of that? Because I know some of the coaches aren't big on it.
No, Danny's not letting us play this year. I think it's a good thing.
It's a good
Johnny
call.
weren't the same way.
Johnny, he didn't let us play.
It's a smart call. It doesn't want anyone to get injured or keep it safe.
I saw it last year where guys were like playing And I know you can't force anybody to do that type of stuff as a coach, but all you can do is recommend. But we think that it kind of played a toll at the end of the year, because guys are like taking their equipment, going to play a game at the school, and then they'll go and play a game at nighttime, and it'd be like, guys,
it'd be gassed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So now it's about the team, and I think that you got to do everything for the team. So I think if you buy into the team concept, and we were talking about it with Luke earlier, like sometimes it can get frustrating because you may do something and something might not work out, but you got to stick with the system, because at the end of the day, the scouts will see that you did this pass and you made this heads-up play through the neutral zone, and let's say the forward didn't have to put on the brakes at the blue line. They're going to see that. They can see your abilities. They've been watching. The forward, same thing. Like, they're going to look at their compete level, 200-foot game. And you lose a battle, you got to turn around and go and get the guy. Like, you can't let him just skate away. Because you guys play those good teams now.
Oh, yeah.
You let one of those guys skate away, it's 2-on-1. So, the forechecking and all that's got to be, like, you guys watch a playoff hockey in the NHL. Like, the regular season's, it's a lot faster than it was. Like, I noticed it used to be kind of slow, and then the playoffs would be fast. But now it's like fast, and then ridiculously fast.
Yeah.
And these guys are on it, like, they won't even let you breathe for 1 millisecond.
Oh yeah.
In the corners, battling, right? I mean, mental preparation, everything to be the best. Because I don't think a lot of guys understand, I've been around a lot of pro players in my life, and I got to see the evolution of the real high elite guys. They're relentless, and you have to be obsessed with this to be the best. And, guys consider going, he's crazy, I'm not like that, or whatever, but you literally need to be, because we know the percentage of guys making it to that level. What is it, Luke?
1%.
Less than 1%.
Yeah, like less. It's like crazy.
Even to play.
There's 600 NHL players, and there's 8 billion people in the world.
Right.
So.
But even to play minor midget AAA, the percentage is
it's very low. Yeah.
And even to play junior B or OHL, the percentage is low. So I think you got to take every day seriously. Hey, you got to have fun with it too. If you don't have fun, you still have to be able to have fun and do that also. I think if you're not having fun, then it's going to be over for you at some point, for sure. And that goes for, where you work. Like, we go into our work, there's days we're tired, but we love doing what we do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If we show you guys that we're not liking what we do, you're going to pick it up. I guarantee it. We all feed off of the energy and the hey, that guy was not doing his job today or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So we can't let off the gas pedal either. And I think your parents support you guys, but I also think that just knowing both your parents, they let you guys do your thing because you are doing it.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm pretty proud to see the teams this year. Like, we have both teams, Elgin and London, but there's a lot of like, this team's really good in the back end, not that strong in the front end. So the front end has picked that up. I still think there's more to go. Like, I think they have another level on top of that base.
Yeah.
You're helping them with that. But now I think this is where it's like the leaders on the team gotta talk to everybody every game, communicate, and say, guys, this is for us. We got to take the ball by the horns to win these games against the good teams. Mace, in your experience playing those GTHL teams as an alliance team, what do you need to do to win?
Mentally beyond like 100%. What do you think, boys?
Yeah. Outwork them, because
Outwork them.
Yeah.
Every shift. Every shift.
You got to be willing to like go the extra mile every finishing check, back check, forward check, and there is a chance like you win.
100%.
Yeah, like every
you just have to be on it. Right?
I think when you play a team that has never played each other, it can go either way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It can be really lopsided. You can lose like 7-1, or you can turn around and shock them and go, "Holy smokes, we beat them like 3-2." Mm-hmm. Like that Junior Canadians game that you guys played last year, that was close. That was a good game, and then I don't know, there was some like bad calls that ended up going a different way. But regardless of that, I think you guys could have beat them. If you would have beat them, that would have been a completely different show.
We would have won the whole OHL Cup.
Right?
Yeah.
And you guys had lots of injuries to play through. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
So we got Marley's tournament, and then is that it? Is that OHL Cup?
We have a Detroit.
It's like a showcase, yeah.
Yeah, there's a showcase where you play. Yes, we play like Little Caesars, a couple like states teams.
Yeah.
But it's just it's not for anything. It's just a showcase.
Yeah, the States teams, they have lots of talent. So.
Yeah.
So Little Caesar gets to play Beckham in those guys?
Yeah, we'll play Beckham.
He's good.
Yeah.
Play Beckham, yeah.
He worked hard too in the summertime. Do you guys hear much about how they're doing that?
I haven't spoke to Beckham in a while, but like I grew up playing with him like since I was.
Did he play AAA all the way up?
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
He's just crazy fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I don't think there was anybody like I know you guys all made big gains on your jumps, your power, your strength, your speed, but there's just not one guy who's just full of those fast twitch muscles. It's him. I mean, he put like 1.5 foot on his broad jump in the summer. I've never seen that. I've seen 8 inches. I've seen 7, maybe 9. I've never seen 1.5 foot. But and you look at it and you go, how did he do that? Right? But he got bigger. He got bigger, stronger. They got cool uniforms.
Yeah, they do.
They have the best uniforms out of any organization.
So he's over there now. Is he? There, I know there's still scouts over there in the OHL watching, but he's obviously good at school too.
Yeah, he's really smart.
So I would assume he's still kind of like wants to
he's
show.
probably weighing his odds, like see where he goes. And
keeping his options open.
Yeah.
There's so many
which is smart.
leagues now, right? USHL is good. How does that work with us over here? If you get drafted over, I can't remember. If you get drafted over here, and you don't get picked after a couple of years,
you're a free agent. You're on waivers. Like you
have. You have to request the waivers. You have to request it, right? So if you wanted to go across there, because I know some
if you want to switch leagues, you have to like go on waivers and then
so every team has to probably look and go.
Yes, we don't want them. They'll go through every team. No. You might not get. Some team might want, then you're screwed. But
a lot of pressure, eh, boys? Like, you guys let it bother you? You still just go and have fun?
No, I just try and go out and have fun.
No, you just
do
gotta
my
ignore
thing.
it. You gotta ignore the pressure.
It'll drive you crazy if you don't, right?
Oh yeah.
I asked like Eric, I said, anybody talk to you yet? Sometimes these teams don't talk to anybody. All of a sudden, like, you'll get a call like a few days before the draft, or maybe a month before the draft, and then there's interest. But I've seen where guys get talked to, and you think they're going to go early, and they go later. So, but things change, right? Scouts got a list of guys, and they've got, for example, at right wing, they might have 6 guys at the draft that they're going to look at. And then somebody takes them and just cross that guy's name off. Oh, we wanted that guy, but we didn't get him. So now this guy moves up, right? So there's a big process. It's stressful. I mean, I don't know how many guys get drafted. How many guys? What's the number in the OHL?
I think I'm not sure. Yeah, something
I think it's like 300 almost.
300,
I think there's 20 rounds, and I think it's or 15 rounds.
It's 2 something. I don't know if it's almost 300. I think it's like 255 to something like that.
Yeah. So it's but the Alliance. So we got how many teams are going to get into the OHL Cup from the Alliance?
I think it's 4. Is it 4? And then maybe a wild card. I think it's just probably just 4 for us.
3 in a wild card.
3 in a wild card.
If
Okay.
it was today, who would it be? Because it's pretty tight. Let's say
us 3.
Windsor,
London,
Elgin,
Chiefs.
Maybe Chatham.
And it would be Chatham.
Chatham plays us super hard.
Yeah.
I heard I wasn't with London last year, but last year it was like the dog fight in like the playoffs, and like we played them this year, and
Did you guys beat them?
No, we lost.
What a shit show.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No, Elgin lost to Cambridge.
They lost to Cambridge, right? No, they're just like obviously they're doing their job.
No, exactly.
They're like they hit every play. Yeah. They're always on you. Their forecheck's really good.
Yeah.
Dixie said he doesn't like playing against them.
Anybody could lose.
Yeah. So you think it'd be right now? It'd be Elgin, London, Windsor, Chatham.
That's it.
Maybe Huron-Purse.
Maybe
because
they start climbing back up, they're good.
They had a slower start, but I think
they have to win every single game from now on.
But now, like they have the talent to do it. Like they have a really good roster.
Yeah, they have a good roster.
What rink do you guys hate playing at?
Worst rink?
Chatham's.
Oh, Chatham. No, it's so bad. It's like the everything about it. The rooms are tiny.
Yeah,
like
just
the rink is kind of just.
It's similar. It's actually similar. Yeah, they're both.
Yeah, probably.
What is it, just like smaller?
It's really just
old.
It's just super old and tiny.
Yeah.
And is it right in Chatham or is it outside?
Yeah, it's in Chatham.
It's in Chatham, yeah.
That place has never grown, man. Since I've been a kid, you think Chatham would have like more people like going to live there? It changes almost. It's like not like London's overpopulated now, and we have some of these other smaller places that have grown. Like St. Thomas is bigger.
Yeah.
Driving to St. Thomas now, there's like everything, Starbucks and Walmarts and this and that, but Chatham just never seems to grow. So a lot of guys typically get cut and go and play. Can they carry more APs in those places?
Yeah, I think different areas.
Sorry, not APs.
Like F1s.
Yeah,
yeah, I think different areas get different amounts. Like,
Sarnia, Chatham. It's like the far teams get
I
like.
think.
Yeah.
Like I don't think London would get nearly as much as like.
No, because we got like
we're in the middle. We're
what are
middle
you guys'
base.
thoughts about like opening the borders? Would you guys like that?
I think they do that for U18.
Well, do they?
Yeah,
they do.
Minor midget. Would you guys like it?
They're done anyway. They don't need it.
I think.
Minor midget, if they did it.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like it how it is because like basically almost our whole team is from like London. Like 80-90% of our team is from London. Well, all the Toronto teams are picking people from like Sault Ste. Marie and like everywhere. They're grabbing people everywhere. But it's kind of nice to have like our full. It kind of just looks better in a way. Like we're all from London almost.
I like that too. I'm mixed a little bit just because I know that the GTHL has open borders, but I'm also like sitting there going, you know what? If they weren't open borders and it was like my area, we would have better chances for sure.
Yeah, we'd have better chance. I think they'd still be.
They'd
still be at the top.
Maybe Toronto, like let's say the Marlies. I don't know where they draw from. Maybe they would draw from
certain part of Toronto.
Yeah.
But I'm going if it's weird. You would think at this point that they would have opened them up even over here to make it more interesting.
Yeah, I think they should do what they do in one league. It should be for everything. Like if they want borders open, everyone should be able to.
to make
do
it
or
even.
If they want it closed, then.
Or go borders like even let's say you make a section go. This alliance, you can draw from anywhere in the alliance.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Toronto can draw anywhere from here.
Yeah.
I mean, then I think you would see probably more compete at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're that far off.
I think
we just miss kind of like they might have an extra line that's stronger, and that makes the difference.
They have three.
Yeah, 3 lines fired.
They're like the teams are deeper.
Yeah, they have like more like consistent in their lines.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna watch for sure at least the first day of that Marty's tournament. I always like going to that one. There'll be a lot of people there.
Oh yeah.
So that starts another 2 weeks. Will be
it's just after Christmas.
Just after Christmas.
It'll be a fun one.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sure.
We were there last year and it was really fun. There's
Yeah.
lots of people, lots of teams.
What did you guys do last year?
We lost in round of 16, I think. We played Upper Canada there.
So you lost like the quarterfinals?
Yeah, I think like one before the quarterfinals.
So you didn't get in.
No, like we got in, but there's an extra round because there's so many teams.
There's so many teams in it, so they have to have an extra round before quarters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you
we lost. Yeah, we lost in that. Yeah.
So instead of
Terrible.
Terrible. You didn't make it in at all. With all that firepower.
Wow, it was not a good.
Is Weir still in
Same areas. Yeah, he's up and down.
Oh yeah, he's up and
He's
down.
up and down. Yeah, he'll go up, I think, eventually.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Player. All right, guys. Listen, you know what? We're gonna tie this up. I mean, guys, continue to do what you're doing. You know, we're proud of you guys. You guys work hard, and wish you guys the best of luck this year, and hopefully get closer to OHL Cup. You know, we might have a couple more of these potters with some of the guys that are, gonna drive it home. But we appreciate and respect you guys. You guys always come to work, and you know what, man, I like you guys. You guys have always been solid customers and high compete levels, and I think you got to keep on top of that right to the end.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Boys.
No problem,
Yeah,
guys.
for sure.
Appreciate it.
That's it.